Hello there, Virgo. I got some messages for you, but first, before I get started, I just want to put out a little disclaimer that if you don't resonate with the messages in this reading that I'm giving right now, make sure and check out your readings for your moon, your rising, your Venus, Mars on my channel. You can also check any of those placements on other YouTubers. I never can roll this off my tongue the right way. Other tarot readers on YouTube. Here we go. Check with them. Anyway, it doesn't mean that it's all a bunch of BS just because you don't resonate with this story. What we're looking for is juicy advice that helps to put us in a positive direction, right? And that's what I'm all about, is good advice for you going forward, even if you don't specifically get this story itself. It's just like, well, I mean, I could get some good advice for it. For Virgo. So I pulled an affirmation card before I got started pulling everything, just to give me a guidepost on which direction to go with this. And it's from the Wholeness Cards deck from the Salvage Sawhorse. It is my daily actions align with the goals and intentions that I have made for myself. So what is it? What goals and intentions do you have, right? We have intentions that we're going to do really well in the work that we do. We're going to live with purpose. We're going to live in mindfulness. We're going to have healthy relationships with others. And so every day you're doing something to align with those things that you would like to be instead of the opposite. So what to embrace? We got, interestingly, just like popped out. It came into my head when I pulled it. The Eight of Pentacles came into my head, and then we got it backed up toward the end of the reading. We got two Eight of Pentacles here, and it's all about perfecting what you're already good at, perfecting what you're already doing, and showing up and working on it every day. You know how, show up and do it. You know that you can be successful. You know that you're going to get the money. You know that you're going to get the praise. You know that people need it. Just show up and do it then, right? That's what to embrace going forward for the next couple of weeks. What to let go of, what to release. The Three of Cups here, and I always associate the Three of Cups with partying, hanging out, laying around with your friends. This essentially just goofing off with friends. There is a time for that, for sure, but in moderation. So we're going to not feel like we're missing out on something just because we're focusing on these long-term goals of what we would like to become in the long run, of who we would like to be. I think you're going to have a lot more time for hanging out with really cool people and doing some really fun stuff that lights you up in time. But right now, especially if you're watching this toward the end of September, you're living in the Northern Hemisphere, things are winding down quite a bit for the winter season. So it's a good time to just show up for your work and do your very best. So going forward to looking at the internal landscape of what's going on with Virgo, I see a lot of positive stuff going on with you. You are aligned. I feel like you're not really feeling like you're missing out on that period of, hanging out, socializing, doing lots of things outside of work. I do feel like there is a time for that coming up. I have to take this back. I have to step back what I said. There is a time for chilling out and having fun with your loved ones, with your friends and stuff, but that's not going to come for a couple of months, okay? Anyway, going over to what's going on with you, like I said, everything seems really good. There is a little bit of impatience here with the Knight of Pentacles being in the reverse, saying that you're like, why isn't it working out faster? It's more like looking at the past, like my efforts toward doing this thing that I'm really excited about haven't been working. I haven't seen it pan out. But that doesn't mean what happened in your past is not an indicator of what's going to happen in the future. Now, there are times when we don't want to beat our heads into making something happen that we know is not going to work. But there is like a little thread of something that you're hanging on to, some kind of hopefulness for this thing that you're working on. You're like, I just have to get it right. I just have to build it. I have to build the momentum. I just have to do it right. And I haven't put the proper momentum into it yet. Awesome for you. But over here on the world, we got the world happening for you. That's inside your head. So I see you looking forward. You're like transitioning chapters. You're looking forward to things that could be happening in the future. This could be travel plans, and I feel like that's what this thing coming back around in another couple months is alluding to. So some of you are getting ready for some travel plans, and you are like preparing the mundane stuff in your everyday life to be able to have the momentum to slide through while you're doing your traveling. There's some of that for you. But otherwise, there's a lot of you that are going through a transition of chapters from what happened before to what's going forward in the future. And you're like, what do I want my future, the future version of myself to look like? And I'm just going to be that from now on. Some of you have gone through an internal transition. Like on the outside, it doesn't look like anything's different, but internally, you're like, I'm not that person anymore. I'm not the person that doesn't feel confident enough to go get what I want anymore. Now I'm a person that just sets things up the way that I want it to be. So if you were in a period of kind of depression before, you're transitioning out of that and not feeling attached to that anymore. Now we have to support the world, a little piece of advice. We have we have two knights that are in reverse. The Knight of Swords in reverse, and it's saying, let me get a little bit of a clarification for it, but it's like, don't rush into anything. Don't be angry towards someone. I think this is only for specific people that need to hear it. The Six of Pentacles. Oh, there are some of you that are like, I need to be investing in me right now. I need to be investing in me because this is the new me. This is my new chapter. This is my fresh start. This is my big break. But I'm giving myself the big break. And a part of that is not being so fucking generous with the people that took advantage of me in the past. You're not that person anymore. You're now a person that allows people to help you, that allows people to invest in you. All right. So don't be too angry with the people that took advantage of your kindness in the past. That's something that Virgo always has to deal with, is people taking advantage of their kindness. Don't be too angry with them. Don't be too harsh, but instead give them the opportunity to help you in reverse. And it has to do with just being like, I'm not saying be like assertively saying, no, I'm not going to do it that way if they do ask for something, but instead just not being available for the kind of help that you used to give in the past. And also definitely not money. Definitely not money. Okay. So that's a big part of your transition is you are investing monetarily in yourself and not other people. You're investing your time in yourself and not other people in this transition. And I don't feel like there's any conflict with that at all for you internally. You're just like, that's just who I am right now. Okay. And yeah, the Knight of Pentacles, like I said, was in the reverse, and you're like, well, where's the money? And the advice that the cards have, it's like, keep in mind that you were a different person before. Why it didn't work, the things that you did before didn't work, is because you had a lot of burdens. You had a lot of stuff that you were carrying. Things are different now. You're in a new cycle, and that's not an issue anymore. You have relieved yourself of the self-imposed responsibilities that you took on that you really never should have. Okay? Because now, instead of investing in other people, you were investing in you. Okay? Think of all those little things. You're like, I never invested in other people. But think of all those little gifts that you gave people. Think of all those little times you showed up for people when you really should have been doing things for yourself. It can look like we're just hanging out and having fun together, but what it is you trading time for self-improvement for time to be social or time to be hanging out, okay? And that this also goes for lovers as well as friends. The times that we show up for them, we've got money for them, we've got time for them, we can give them rides places. This all sucks up your time and energy and money when you need to be investing in you. Okay, and then we got the Hanged Man that's here. We're about halfway through these cards, but I think I can cinch this up pretty quickly now. The Hanged Man is here in your internal landscape, and he is in the reverse. This is the upright version. This is the reverse version of the Hangman. And that's just like, I'm ready to get started. I'm ready to stop waiting. I was in a waiting phase before, and that could have been a good time for you to be social when you're in a waiting phase, when the timing wasn't right. But right now, the timing is right to transition from waiting to moving, okay? It's all systems go, but it's all about showing up on a regular basis. We've got the Pentacles here in force, right? And this is also the waiting card. No more waiting. No more waiting. No more waiting. No more waiting. Don't wait anymore. Do one little thing every day to help yourself. One little thing every day to improve the quality of your life. I just got a little download about about your physical abundance, your physical health. So every day, do something to exercise your body. Every day, try to go to bed at a decent time. Try to establish a routine sleep pattern. Every day, have a routine where you're writing in your journal. If writing is your thing, every day you have it. Every day you like set a time. I'm really seeing that, just like the mastery of your own time, the mastery of your body, the mastery of your energy, because we have the King of Pentacles here in your internal landscape, and he's being supported by the Eight of Pentacles. So I feel like this is your final advice, Virgo, is to master your time, master your money, master your energy. So I'm talking about the routines, working out so that you have mastery over your physical body, routines for sleep so that you have mastery over your mind, routines for making sure that you're minimizing stress. You know where everything is. You're keeping your home tidy so you know where stuff is, so you're not spending all that time looking for things when you could be working on your stuff, right? You're not spending, you're putting boundaries against people that are sucking up your time by texting you nonstop throughout the day, and you're stopping to like text back with them. Nope, nope, nope. And finally, like I'm thinking about lovers that occupy our minds, people that we're infatuated and stuff like that occupy our thoughts. We are putting boundaries against that internally so that we're thinking about us, what we want, and improving our own lives instead of thinking about whether or not something's going on with that sweetheart that's not texting you. Because you got things to do. You cannot be staying up late hanging out with them because you got work to do. And what happens is when you prioritize yourself, this is the magic of loving yourself and doing things for you, is that other people will follow suit. They will respect you more. They will treat you with they will be the ones giving gifts to you. They will be the ones giving you rides. They will be the ones showing up for you and bringing you dinner because you have to work late. All right? Because you got to do things for yourself. You got to set up your own future. Other people will participate in whatever you're presenting because they need you. They need you, Virgo. They need you in their lives. But they didn't necessarily need you to be doing everything for them. So don't be spending all your energy thinking about troubleshooting and making their lives better. It's time for you to be thinking about making your own life better. Virgo, this is where I leave off. Make sure and give it a like if you really enjoyed this video. Make sure and follow me on Instagram so that you can get my daily information that I put out. And I love you. I'll see you later. Bye, Virgo.